As we celebrate each and every one of you who works tirelessly as a hustler, in a special way, we want to celebrate the founders of Wings of Hope Rescue Home who have dedicated their lives to saving ladies who have gone through rape and defilement.
My name is Luba or Mrs. Iwin. I'm a born-again Christian, the founder and director, Wings of Hope Rescue Home, together with my husband Iwin Eskuri and a friend called Abby. We run Wings of Hope Rescue Home, which is an organization that helps restore dignity and hope in pregnant teenage girls who fell victims of rape and child sexual abuse.
For how long has this been? When did you start this organization?
We started in 2016.
Okay.
Yeah.
So far till date, how many girls have you rescued?
Quite a number, but currently we have 24 girls, and 3 are still expectant. So out of 24, 20 are in school, and we thank God for that.
Okay.
Yeah, our main objective is to empower these girls. We realize that in our society, when a young girl from a very vulnerable family gets pregnant, somehow that looks like the end of her future. Like she cannot continue with school, she cannot do much. Some of them end up being house helps in people's houses, and it's like they do not have a brighter future and their dreams are dead. And we felt we can empower these girls. They fell victims of rape, they got pregnant not because they wanted, but in the hands of unfair people. So we felt it's good to give them a second chance and hope in future.
So what exactly moved you to start this foundation? What was that one thing that you said I have to start this foundation?
I give all the credit to God. It's like it's God's given. But it started when I first trained as a nurse, and I got an opportunity to work in a children's home for abandoned babies. And the policy of the home was when a child is abandoned, before they are admitted, they have to go through the nurse first to examine their health, where they should be admitted or they should go to the hospital. And we became friendly with the police who used to rescue these children. So whenever they are called to go and rescue a child, they will actually call me to go with them. So most of the time I will go to the scene where the children are abandoned, and the cases I encountered were just crushing me. Like I really used to feel it so much. Some I would cry. And there are times I will struggle to save the life of this abandoned child. A case where a baby is born and thrown in a pit latrine, and you try to go save a child from that place and try to resuscitate the child, but you lose the child.
Yeah.
And I kept crying over it and feeling like something has to happen. So the big question that really came into my mind was, why will a mother get pregnant for 9 months, then go through the labor, and then just throw your child in sewage lines, in pit latrines, in dustbins? I couldn't understand. How can a mother go through labor, alafu uchukue that infant, then put in a paper bag and throw in the dustbin? It didn't really make sense, and I just really thought, I really need to understand. So I did like a ground research to understand why children are being abandoned. And in the process of trying to find out, I discovered teenage girls who fall victims of rape, and they come from very vulnerable family, that sometimes the rapists know that this child has nobody to fight for her rights. There is nobody, after all, you won't take me anywhere. So the child are raped even by closer relatives, and the child has nothing to say, nothing to do but nurse the pain. Some of them are rejected and sent away from home, especially the orphans. And without help, they just roam around, and it's like their life is done. And they try to do some things. I came across a case where a girl told me that when she got pregnant, she went to a friend who advised her to drink omo, like powder, they could take powder detergent, anakoroga, anakunywa ndio mimba itoke. She tried all means, but she wasn't successful. And so she had to ask for a friend to accommodate her for some time. And they agreed with a friend that she has to go out to work, get food, then she'll be only given accommodation. But now her worry was what next after delivery. So the plan was after delivery ni atatupa tu huyo mtoto. So when she was contemplating about after delivery what happens, I happened to pass by mahali alikuwa, kulikuwa Mathare. And when I was doing the investigation, I met her and we talked, and I felt like, wow, there is this group, these children who don't have somebody to help them. And they are not abandoning their babies because they want, but the situation is forcing them to. And if only somebody can give them accommodation, somebody can show them some love, somebody can assure them that their children will be taken care of, then they will not have any reason to abandon their babies. Yeah, so we were looking into if you want to save the child, you have to save the mother. Yeah, so that's where we came from. Yeah, and started Wings of Hope.
Okay. So how is the process from saving? What's the next process?
Yeah, so what happens when this came into my heart, I shared with my husband and we agreed we can do something about it. And having worked in this children's home, they had given me exposure. I knew how to get to the children offices, and so I just went to the children offices and I shared what I had in my heart. And it was so amazing. I would go to a children officer and they were like, wow, this is a problem. We have so many of these cases, but we don't know where to take these girls. Tunaletewa cases where msichana ni mtoto, ako 18 years, ameripiwa, but then utampeleka wapi? So wanakuwa stranded na hawa watoto. They were like, this is a solution. So yeah, we agreed with the children office. When these cases come, you just call me and then we pick them from there. So all my girls come through the children office from different areas. Of course, I started with the children office in Ruiru, in Ruai, in Mathare, in Kibera, and now I have gone wide because the children officers kept giving the numbers to others, and so nowadays I find girls from Kajiado, from Bondo, from Kisii, from Meru. So I get from yeah, but they come through the children office. Our process is when we have these girls come in, we first give them a time to adjust, because there have been some of them when they discover they are pregnant, or even the family they were staying with discover they are pregnant, they really insult them, and the girls get so scared and they don't trust anybody, and they really feel like they have been rejected. So then they are coming to a new environment. We give them time, like a month, just to adjust to the environment. We have our girls who we've taken through counseling and they have healed, and they are matured up. So we ask them to sit with the other ones who have come, share your experiences with them, tell them how it was when you came here and how you are now, help them to breathe out. And then after that 1 month, we now start doing what we call Christian counseling. My husband is a pastor. We have been raised in a Christian family. So we also have Christian counselors who come in, and we really take them through counseling. We take time with them and help them just understand that despite what you have been through, God is still love, and you can pick up the broken pieces and move on. That is through the 9 months. We walk with them, literally walking with them through pregnancy. Unamuuliza unaendeleaje. Ikiwa time ya clinic, we go with them to the clinic. Time ya delivery, we take them to hospital for delivery. Tunaenda kuwatembelea wakiwa hospitali, tunawabaia nguo za watoto, and then we bring them home. And when they come here, they are celebrated with the others na watoto wao. Yeah, wanasaidiwa kama, like we had a 13-year-old girl giving birth. The others were there to help her. Mtoto huoshwa namna hii, nguo ya mtoto unabadilisha hivi. This is how you tell mtoto akiwa uncomfortable. This is how we change your baby. Yes, they support each other. those who have gone through the process and they know they are there for the others. So we also give them time to heal. Then we now bring in professional counselors. Now to take them through professional counseling, you have to accept it has happened, yes, but I have a future. I have life ahead of me. So they go through counseling vizuri sasa. Apart from the Christian counseling we've done, they have 6 months to go through professional counseling. And they have sections with the counselors. And then after that, when we start now weaning the baby, we do comprehensive breastfeeding. Saa hiyo tunamfuatilia, hata akinyonyesha mtoto tunafuatilia kuona anaendelea namna gani, mtoto ana grow namna gani, how you get attached na mtoto wako. Sometimes unapanguza mtoto wako, sometimes ni wewe wa kuja kureport if you notice something different na mtoto. Then 6 months wakati tunaanza weaning ya mtoto, now the girl is ready to go to school. You know, hata anaona wengine wakivaa uniform wakikaa smart, pia yeye she's longing. And then ameenda through counseling, she's been accepted, she's been loved, she feels accepted now, she's ready to go to school. So we take them to school. Yeah, at a place where you left. So hata kama uko 17 years uliacha class 7, hapo ndio utarudi kupick from there. Yeah, you just pick from where you left and then you work hard. Yeah, but we also talk to teachers. Wanaweza kuja kuwasaidia wakati wako hapa. Yeah, just to help them catch up with books. Yes, yeah. So wana adjust in a way that they're able to go to school. Now, our intention is to empower these girls and release them back to the society. So we have Patience Junior School, the primary girls go there. And then we have Dramville Secondary School, where I take the secondary school. And we have 2 girls. One is in ICS college in town, and the other one is in Strathmore University. Yeah.
So how is it for you, considering those schools are quite expensive, and how do you cover for the school fees, university?
It is really a challenge, but like I said in the beginning, when God entrusts you with the responsibility, He will be faithful to supply towards that. Yeah. So mine was complete a call from God. I consider even my working in a children's home, it was just a way to go. Yeah, so that, because out of the children's home, I still had to go. I worked in the children's court. I went to work in the children's court, and I was working for the rights of the children. And there I had to learn law. I had to understand things to do with the children's rights and things to do with the Children's Act. And working with the children, you definitely have to work with the children officers. So it also exposed me to the children officers. So it didn't give me much of trouble. I felt like it was God taking me through training to make me understand so that I can be able to, yeah. So we do a lot of resource mobilization. I'm still trusting God for sponsorship. We talk to a lot of people, like when a group comes to visit, it might be a church group, they have come to visit, but in that group there are people who are working in different places. So when we talk to them and explain to them what we do, we ask people like, you can support one girl. We say you can adopt one girl. Adopt as in you can help this girl through school, you can help this girl through maybe visiting her, emotional counseling, like when you visit and this girl sees that somebody is interested, they feel like they are attached to somebody. So we have people who support, take the girls to school. And then we have churches who visit around, friends who come and they bring food for the girls. Yeah, and during the corona season, God just worked a miracle. We had a church in town that just took care of the rent, and we were just like so grateful. Yeah, so
The whole period.
Yes, the whole period we are like, sometimes it can be challenging because the whole building is rented, and we pay 79,000. So it can be really hectic. But you see, when God has commissioned you to do something, He just sends people from a church to come and visit, and bam, it happens. And yeah, so we also have friends who come in and they really support, and we really thank God. And we still trusting that we can get people who can sponsor us so that we can be able to support many. So we intend to purchase a piece of land where we can have medical facility, we can have counseling facility, we can have skills training, because we still train them. They do skills, so that for those who may not make completely in school, they can still do something. They do this stuff. So we have people who come, train them to do this. Yes.
So they're the ones who have made this?
Yes, they make this. This
Wow.
is their. They do maths. Yeah,
So
the maths
after doing
side.
this, what you sell them or what happens?
Yes, we sell them. We let the girls sell this.
Uh-huh.
When like people visit here, of course we can't take them out to sell, because that will be like child labor.
Yeah.
So what we do, they just make them, and then when visitors come, we talk to them and we say, see, this is what the girls do. Yeah, they come up with these things, and we can purchase this. If you buy this, you're still supporting this girl and actually motivating her to do more. Yeah, yeah. We have those who are very good in hair dressing, and so we have a beauty school that comes, and then they teach them how to do refined hair, and so they do hair. We had a friend who came and taught them how to bake, so they still bake their own bread. We bake a bread, they bake cakes. We celebrate birthdays. Each girl, when they're having their birthdays and their babies, we celebrate birthday, but they bake their own cake. Yeah, we can't go out to buy cakes for them. We just buy mayai mbili, maziwa packet moja, and they bake, and yeah, then we celebrate the birthday. So we have skills like things like catering. We have wale wanapenda jikoni sana. So
ni wao hupika.
yeah. And when we identify one mwenye anapenda kupika sana, hapo na tunamempower sana, so that hata kama utaenda shule upite, kuna kazi ya mkono unaweza fanya, it can earn you a living. That's still empowerment. You can do this and make this and sell and earn a living. You don't have to sit there and cry like serikali saidia. Yeah, so we still do skills. So we intend to have a skills training center and a counseling center and a church, a chapel where we can do spiritual nourishment. Like I said, these girls, it's all about God. God put this in our hearts, and as much as we empower them, without God, they won't go far.
It takes the hand of many to build a society, and with more people like Miss Luba, we hope for a better society. For BHTV, I'm Sophia Rukwaro.